Testing the Epomaker EP84 mechanical keyboard, 75% layout. That means no number pad, the navigation cluster is condensed, and so are the arrow keys. This particular keyboard does not have a scroll lock key, but I won't miss it. I bought this keyboard with gateron black, so you can choose between gateron red, black, blue, and brown when you purchase it. Some are currently on back order. Here are what the gateron blacks sound like. One second. I did lube one of the gateron blacks. I lube with Krytox 205 grade 0. I bought this from Divinity. And the springs I lube with Krytox GPL 105 that I also bought from Divinity. It was just most convenient and shipped the fastest. And so here's the lubed gateron black versus black. Black, lubed gateron black. Black, lubed. The lube sounds a lot better. I wanted to make sure this keyboard was silent, so I got Zeal brand Sakurios silent linear switches. These switches are meant to be silent, and blacks are not. They're just regular. But the silent linears from Sakurio, and they're also lighter, 62 grams. And here's what they sound like. So this is stock Sakurio, not lube, not film. And here's a lubed Sakurio, same lubing process. And here is a lubed and filmed Sakurio, and I did use Desky's films in white, and I just thought the white looked a little nicer with the pink and clear body. I got clear because there's RGB. So the lubed and filmed is this one. So lubed and filmed Sakurio. Lube Sakurio, lubed and film, lubed, stock, lubed, lubed and film. There's not too much of a difference between these two, but I did like the deeper sound from the Desky's films, so you can kind of tell the difference. So lubed, lubed and film. You can kind of tell when I go a little faster. These are also the Sakurio lubed and film. So they're very, very quiet, and I really like that. If you want to compare, I have stock Cherry Silent Black, stock Cherry Silent Red, and I'll compare them to the stock Sakurio. That way I'm not having an unfair comparison of lubed and film. So stock Sakurio, stock Cherry Silent Black, stock Cherry Silent Red. And I'm not hitting the spacebar, that's how they sound. So stock Sakurio again. Stock Cherry Silent Black, stock Cherry Silent Red. And I do know the sound profiles are different on the lower row than the middle row. I was just too lazy, and I wanted to make sure we got the gateron black sound test on the left half of the board. But I really do think the Sakurios are quieter than the Cherry Silent Black and the Cherry Silent Red. The cherries are very scratchy. The Sakurios, when they come stock, they're not really scratchy at all. the lubing just helps that, and then the filming just gives it a deeper sound profile. I did kind of silence this board a little bit with, it didn't come with foam already inside the case, so I just used the shipping foam that it came with. I put it like in the bottom of the case. You can see I kind of cut it out so it perfectly fit right in there, but it seemed to help. I tried it without this packaging foam, and it sounded worse. It sounded more pingy. So I will probably get some cervethane or other kind of thin rubber to put in the bottom of this board, because I'm not going to use packaging foam. I wanted this board to kind of be a silent in-game that wasn't too expensive. The Epomaker EP84 is only like $87, very cheap. In fact, the Sakurio switches that I bought 110 of them, and those were the most expensive. They ran me about $143. The gateron blacks already come with the board, so if you stuck with the gateron blacks, they're good. They sound good. They're just not quiet, and I need quiet. And I also needed RGB to see the keys at night. I'm a pretty good typer, but sometimes I just need to reset my hands. And otherwise, I really do like it. It has a lot of RGB features that honestly, I don't care for like a whole bunch of RGB. I'm not like a crazy RGB fanatic. I think this just cycles through the colors. I really like the blue on this, or the white. The white was cool too. And then it has different features, which I'm not too crazy about all that. So I like the solid color option. Not that. Not that. It takes a while to get there. Okay. I like the blue. And otherwise, it's a pretty good board. It's wired. The wire is a bit short for my taste. I think it should be able to reach. And compared to the membrane keyboard I was using before, a non-mechanical, which was supposed to be quiet, I have right above here the X Alloy Core RGB, and it's not nearly as quiet. So you can think about, here I'll set it on the mat so we have maximum quietness. And this one has some pretty cool RGB, but so that is really noisy, even though it's advertised as a quiet keyboard compared to this mechanical keyboard, which they're supposed to be noisy. People think that they're noisy, but much quieter. I mean, it's gonna be crazy when I'm really hammering on it. Yeah, I'm gonna try not to do that, but it's just much quieter. And the microphone is picking up a lot more noise than what you hear in real life, so it is very quiet. The Sakurios are worth it, I think, and it took me like 8 hours to lube 110 because I'm brand new to making keyboards, things like that. If you have stabilizer suggestions, I'd like to hear it, because I couldn't find the right size for these. The Spacebar 6.25 is easy to find, and then the Backspace 2 units, is easy to find. The 2.25 units is hard to find for this enter key on the right, and that's the same size as the shift on the left. That's harder to find. Let's see, the caps lock, also 1.75 units, a little bit difficult to find as well. But if I need to buy new stabilizers here, I'm not too worried. but these only allow, the Epomaker EP84 only allows for plate mounted stabilizers. It does not allow for screw-in stabilizer. And it does have software on the website. I haven't tried it, and it says if you flash this firmware and something bad happens, you could break your board. So I don't know if I want to do that. And I know that the Epomaker EP84 is just a rebranded KeyCool 84. So I know that there's a KeyCool software that works with this keyboard. Don't really want to brick it, but there is software available on the website, and a lot of people online say there is no software available on the website. There is. You just have to look for it, but I'm not sure if it works. And then I haven't tried the KeyCool, so I will try that. I'll probably take the whole board apart. If I can't replace stabilizers, I'm at least gonna re-lube them. They do come factory lubed, but the factory lube that they send is kind of like weird. I don't know if you can see that. Let's see. If it'll focus. So it says KeyCool on the PCB, but that white gunk right there, and that white gunk right there, it is literally lube sticking out. And I don't even know, is it like hardened? No, it's just thick, and it's just not, I don't know, something's not right with it. And you think with that thick a lube it wouldn't rattle, but I think it looks like they just injected the lube at the very bottom here, because it doesn't look like that lube even goes on the wire that goes in here. Like, I don't see it. So, sorry. It's just not done well. Which is not a problem. It was a cheap board. I didn't really need it to be pre-factory lubed. I prefer just not lubed at all, but it works, and it's pretty easy as like a plug-and-play type keyboard. You can start right away, and it's beautiful. I really do love it. I'm thinking this will be my daily driver, but thank you.